Today we're going to look at a completely different way to think about B2B sales. It's a model that isn't based on effort, but purely on performance. So how could a system like that actually work? And is this where sales is headed? Let's dive in and find out.
It all starts with a question that, let's be honest, if you're in B2B, you've probably asked yourself 1,000 times. With all the tech and data we have, why does it feel like closing big deals is getting harder and more expensive every single year? This is the exact problem we're going to tackle.
And these frustrations, they're probably going to sound pretty familiar, right? You're spending more and more just to get leads. Deals are taking forever to close. Your sales team's execution is all over the place, and potential revenue just disappears into thin air. It's this painful cycle that just burns through cash and team morale.
And I want to be really clear about what's at stake here. We're not talking about small amounts of money. For any business selling high-value stuff, industrial machinery, big solar projects, enterprise SaaS, these frustrations add up to millions in lost opportunities. Millions.
So what's the fix? What's the alternative? Well, what if we just flipped the entire model on its head? Just imagine for a second, a world where your sales engine only gets paid after you get paid. A world where their success is completely tied to yours.
And that's exactly where Karabo AI comes into the picture. The whole idea is incredibly simple, but really powerful. Think of it as your dedicated B2B sales system, like a virtual team that's always on, but with one absolute, game-changing rule. They only make money when you actually close a deal.
So what does this AI engine actually do? Well, it's not just one thing. It's designed to handle that whole pre-sale journey. We're talking about finding and warming up leads, getting those critical meetings booked with the actual decision makers, and automating follow-ups so nothing slips through the cracks. It can even go back into your old client databases and find hidden gems you forgot about.
Okay, so this brings us to the core of the financial model, and it's all built around one simple idea: total alignment. Instead of paying for people's time or for activities that might not lead anywhere, you're only paying for one thing: a closed deal. That's it.
And this is where you can see how different this is. It's night and day, really. The old way puts all the risk on you: big retainers, setup fees, paying for effort that might go nowhere. This new model completely flips that script. It's only a revenue share paid for actual results, which means the sales partner, us, we carry all of the upfront risk.
So let's really break down what no risk actually means. I mean, really break it down. First off, retainers. How much are you paying every month just to have this system working for you? Zero.
Okay, fine. But what about setup fees? The cost to get it all integrated and working with your systems? Again, that's a big fat zero.
And here's the most important one, right? What is your total financial risk to just get started, to see if this can actually bring in money for your business? The answer, one more time, is zero.
This quote just sums up the entire philosophy perfectly. This isn't just about providing a service. It's about a true partnership where our goals are exactly the same. The whole model is built on one single idea. If you don't grow, we don't get paid. Simple as that.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, this sounds great, but it must be a nightmare to implement, right? Well, actually, the process is designed to be surprisingly simple. Let's take a look at how you actually get this thing rolling.
It all happens in 3 clear steps. First, there's a completely risk-free 30-day pilot program where the AI gets deployed on your current systems. Second, the engine kicks into gear, nurturing your leads and booking meetings. And then step 3, the most important part. You only pay a share of the revenue after a deal is actually closed and the money is in your bank.
Look, a risk-free model is one thing, but the big question is, does it actually work? Does it deliver real results? This is where we stop talking theory and start looking at reality, because the proof, as they say, is in the performance.
So let's check out a real-world example. We're looking at a case study with a company called Commercial Solar LLC. They're in a classic, high-ticket B2B industry, a perfect test case.
So what was the result for them? The AI sales engine generated 1.7 million rand in new revenue. And I want to be crystal clear, that's not pipeline or potential deals. That was actual closed business, money in the bank.
And how long did it take to get that result? Just 90 days. The speed is what's so critical here. It just goes to show how quickly this system can get up to speed and start delivering a real, tangible impact on the bottom line. So you might be wondering, okay, who is this actually for? Does this apply to my industry? Well, it's really designed for businesses that have those long, complex, high-value sales cycles. Think manufacturing, renewable energy, SaaS platforms, and any kind of high-ticket professional service. That's where this model really shines.
All right, let's just quickly recap the big points here. You've got zero upfront costs. We take on all the risk. It's 100% performance-based, meaning no sale, no fee. It's built from the ground up for those tricky B2B sales, and this last point is really key. It's designed with a South Africa-first mindset, using tools like WhatsApp that are absolutely central to doing business here.
And all of this really leads to one final critical question for any leader in the B2B space. Are you ready to scale up your revenue without taking on all the upfront risk yourself? It's a direct challenge to the old, expensive way of doing things.
So, this idea of a performance-only pilot, it's really more than just a sales offer. It represents a fundamental shift in thinking. It points to a future where the risk of growing your business isn't on your shoulders anymore, but on the partner whose technology is promising to deliver that growth. The ultimate question isn't just about AI. It's about what a true, risk-free partnership could unlock for your business.